Hi everyone, welcome to Sassafras Yoga Home Studios. I just want to give a very special shout out to my Adirondack Pub and Brew, Detox and Retox crew. I miss you guys so much, and it'll be really great when we can all see each other and practice and enjoy some beers again. But until the time comes, let's stay connected through means like this and stay active and just, try to keep our heads up as we kind of sail through these unprecedented times. I would love to just share this little bonus practice with you guys today. And for those of you that are watching this and don't know me, really quick, my name is Stephanie. I'm the yoga instructor, and I also work part-time at the Adirondack Pub and Brewery, and we do Detox and Retox. So we usually, every Sunday morning at 11, enjoy an hour of yoga, followed by beer sampling and tasting, and we generally have some lunch afterwards. It's a really fun time. I hope in the future you'll be able to join us. So for our practice today, we will be making use of a yoga block, and if you don't have a block, maybe a firm cardboard box, or I've even used like an old oatmeal tin, something about this size and that's a little bit sturdy so that we can put some weight on it when we're balancing in some of the postures. Other than that, all you need is your yoga mat, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, everybody, we're actually going to be starting in a comfortable seated position today. So whether you want to be flat down on your mat, we also have our yoga block available to us. We can put it right underneath the bum. That way the hips are a little bit higher than the knees, and we can start to relax the legs down toward the mat. Of course, they don't have to make it there today, but we really just want to be able to release, let go, let gravity take over, so we can connect with the breath and find some quietness of the mind for these first few moments of the practice. So whatever that comfortable seat looks like for you, will allow the weight to shift around a few times. Maybe roll the shoulders out a few times. And then allowing the spine to neutralize, still staying nice and tall, belly relaxed, shoulders relaxed. And we can tuck the chin very slightly into the chest. Your hands can rest on your lap, face down, or up to the ceiling. And as we begin to soften and root down here, you can begin to close the eyes and take notice of your natural rhythm of breath, feeling the gentle rise and fall through the chest. And before we really start to cultivate our pattern of deep breathing, I want to give you guys a moment to just let all of those things invade your mind. Thoughts, troubles, worries, anxiety. Go ahead, acknowledge all of it. Be present with it. And know that it's okay to feel these things. There is no rule book for what we're experiencing in our society right now. So allowing the mind just to be completely saturated. We probably spend the majority of our days like this lately. I'd like you to take a deep inhale, allow the belly to expand, and release fast through the mouth. We're going to do that 3 more times. One more time, let all of those things go. All of the anxiety, the worries, the troubles, and it might still be present with us throughout the practice, but allowing the mind to be redirected. And know that we are a global community. This is a wonderful opportunity for all of us to be there for one another. Know that we are connected right now through this practice, through our own little local community, and all of the wonderful times that we get to share and will share in the future. Slowly begin to build upon your breath, deepening through the inhales and extending long through the exhales. using a lot of control over the breath and continuing to allow all of that stuff to just slide away from your thoughts. And it's okay if you can't release it completely. But even just having the intention of wiping it all away, even just for this next few moments. We're going to take 5 more of these deep breaths before finding our natural rhythm again. Last round. Slowly connect with your natural breath. Maybe observing any subtle changes or differences you may feel within the breath itself, within your body, within the mind. You can keep the eyes soft or closed. We're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the chin toward the chest, keeping the shoulders relaxed. We're bringing the stretch to the back of the neck, hanging the head. Soften through the belly, through the jaw. On an inhale, bring your head back through center. And exhale, we're going to dip the right ear over the right shoulder. So bringing the stretch to the left side of the neck, shoulders are still relaxed, belly is still soft. On your next exhale, we're going to roll our nose down toward the armpit. You're going to feel the stretch come into the back left side of the neck, maybe even through the top of the shoulder blade. Breathing and softening. Using a full inhale, roll the ear up and over the shoulder and bring your head back through center. Breathe out. Breathing in. Exhale, left ear over the left shoulder. Relaxing. We're just allowing gravity to do most of the work here. So we're not trying to strain into the neck. What we're trying to do is release strain and tension. Your next exhale, rolling the nose down toward the armpit. Inhale, ear over the shoulder, bringing the head back through center. And if you were seated up on a block, go ahead and place that off to the top of your mat and come to seat flatted on the mat. We're going to take our left hand to the mat beside us. On an inhale, we'll reach the right hand up and overhead. Exhale, bend into that left elbow, finding a side bend here. We're lengthening up through the right side body. Press the mat away with the left hand. We're not sinking into that left side. And then start to find some expansion up through the heart toward the ceiling. Maybe we turn to look up at the right elbow. and the fingertips are active, reaching to the side of the room. Start to engage your abdominals. On an inhale, we'll reach up with both hands, looking up. Exhale through the mouth, hands to the heart. If it feels okay for the legs, reversing the cross of the feet. And we'll take right hand to the side. Inhale, left up and over. Exhale, bending to that right elbow and lengthening out through the left side. So we're pressing away from the mat. We're finding a little bit of expansion upward through the chest. Maybe we look over to the elbow. Abdominals engaging. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale through the mouth, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Go ahead and stretch the legs out in front and give them a nice little wiggle. Bouncing the knees, shaking the feet, just bringing some movement into the low body. And then we're going to draw the right foot in, and we can keep it to the inside or outside of that left knee. Left foot stays flexed. We're setting up for a twist. Inhale, grow tall through the spine. As we exhale, we'll twist to the right, hugging the knee in with the left arm. Right hand comes behind for a little kickstand. We're going to work our way up through the spine. So we begin the twist at the waist. And using the exhales, begin to deepen. Head and neck turning last. Every inhale growing tall. And if it's within your practice, maybe we bring that left elbow to the outer right knee, giving it an extra squeeze in. One more breath in here. And exhale, untwisting back through center. Go ahead, straighten out that right leg. And we'll draw the left foot in. Inside or outside of the knee. Right foot is flexed. Inhale, growing tall. Exhale, hug the knee, and we'll twist to the left this time. Left hand comes behind. And using the breath to take us deeper, working our way up the spine. One more breath in. And exhale, back through center. We'll stretch out both legs. And I like to take a moment to move any flesh of the bottom out of the way so we can feel those sit bones evenly grounded on the mat. Feet are flexed. We're going to bring the arms out to the side, and we're going to be doing some folding and rounding up drills. We do this in class a lot, so you guys will be familiar with these. Arms out to the side. Inhale as we reach up, look up. Feel the extension through the spine. Exhale, coming forward, think nose to toes, and then rounding down. Soft bend to the knees. We're going to take a couple of breaths here before we come up. So just breathing to the back of the body, to the back of the legs, to the muscles of the low back. And as we fold here, instead of trying to get the head closer to the knees, maybe trying to find a little extra extension through the spine, thinking about getting the head closer to the toes, although we can keep our gaze down. Maybe we pedal the knees up and down on the mat, starting to create a little bit of space in the back of the legs. And then come to stillness. Plant the hands on either side of the legs here. We're hanging the upper body. On an inhale, dragging the hands back to the hips, we'll round the spine upward. Shoulders will come to the ears. Exhale, slide them down the back. We're going to be moving through that a few times here. So inhale, arms reaching out and up. Exhale, extend forward, fold down. Plant the hands. Inhale, rounding up. Shoulders to the ears. Exhale, slide them down the back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, extend and fold. Drag the hands back. Inhale, rounding up. Exhale, shoulders down. 2 more times. Shoulders down. Last round, reach. Extend. Coming up. And shoulders down. We're going to be making our way into a tabletop position. So on our hands and knees. Can't forget to warm up the wrists, so spread the fingertips wide. We're going to circle gently up and around the hands. We're going to do this a few times in both directions. And then before we move on, we'll come to the top of the left hand, gently circle around. What we're doing is reversing that stretch. And then shake out the left hand, and we'll come to the top of the right. Same thing on this side, just gently circling around. And shake out that right hand. Back in table, moving through some cat-cows. Inhale, lengthen the belly, pulling the heart through the arms, looking up. Exhale, navel pulling way up and in, round the spine, chin to chest. 3 more times. And inhale, come back through center, neutral table. Your next breath in, we're going to extend those right toes behind us on the mat, keeping them grounded. Press the right heel back and feel the low belly tuck up and in. Left hand will reach forward, press the mat away with the right hand. Slowly lift those right toes. So we're feeling the glute turn on to keep the leg lifted. And as we take our next inhale, we'll find some extension through the left hand and out through the right foot. Exhale, slowly bring elbow and knee to center, rounding the spine up. Holding here, we're pointing the toes back. The knee is tucking way up into the chest. Next, inhale, find the extension, flex the right foot as it comes back. Exhale, elbow to knee and center, rounding the spine. Hold for a breath. Inhale, extending. Exhale, bring it in. Hold for a breath. Inhale, reaching. And exhale to table. Shake out that right hand. Inhale, left toes behind. Press the heel back. Belly tucking in, right hand forward. Pressing away from the mat as we pick up those left toes. Take a couple breaths here to find your balance. Next, inhale, finding some extension. Exhale, elbow to knee, slowly rounding. Tuck the knee way up and in, toes point back. Full breath in and out. Reach and extend. Inhale. And to center. Full breath. Breathing in, reach. And to center. Breathing in. And exhale. Inhale to reach. And exhale to table. Shake out that left hand. Coming back into table here. On an inhale, right hand reaches up and open to the side. Exhale down to the mat. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up and open. Press the mat away. And exhale down. Inhale, reaching. This time, exhale, thread the needle. Right arm comes down between the left arm and leg. We'll gently lower down onto our right shoulder. Relax the head and the neck. Even the weight out between the hips and legs. With the left fingertips on the mat, we're going to walk them forward to find some extension through that left arm. And then without wrenching the neck or head upward, we're just going to roll the shoulders, trying to stack that left shoulder over the right. So it's a gentle, subtle movement. And again, we're not trying to look up at the ceiling. Our neck is still relaxed, head is still relaxed. Slowly drag the left hand back under the shoulder, pressing it down into the mat as we inhale, reaching the right arm all the way over and up. And exhale back to table. Inhale through cow. Exhale to cat. Come back through table. Left side, inhale, left arm reaches up. And exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm between the right arm and leg. Lower down onto that left shoulder. Even the weight out between the legs, head and neck are relaxed. Right fingertips to the mat. We'll start walking them forward, extending the arm. And then a subtle little roll to start stacking the shoulders. We're still relaxed through the neck and the head. Slowly slide the right hand back under the shoulder, press it into the mat. Inhale, left arm opens all the way up. Nice and slow. Exhale to table. Inhale through cow. Exhale to cat. Coming back into table. We'll tuck the toes, walk the hands a step or two in front. Take a breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent to start as we send the hips up and back. Head releasing between the arms, belly pressing toward the thighs. And then allow the feet to pedal out, lifting and lowering the heels. Go ahead and shake out the head. Shake it out, no. Shake it out, yes. And we'll find stillness. We're going to take 3 breaths here in down dog. We're not pressing into the fingertips, but using the palm of the hand to press away from the mat, finding extension through the spine. On an inhale, looking back at the feet, we're going to lift that right leg. Exhale, bend the knee, shift your weight forward, and step or guide the right foot between the hands. We'll ground that left knee for the low lunge. Taking the left hand to the block or to the mat on the inside of that right foot. On an inhale, we're going to extend that right arm up and open to the side. Keep the right knee squeezing in toward the center. And press away from the mat with that left hand. Slowly start to reach those right fingertips toward the back of the mat. And if this is too much, we can always just bring the hand to the hip. And then try to roll that right shoulder toward the opposite side of the mat, so toward the left side of the mat. So we're finding a big opening through the chest. The right knee is still squeezing in toward the center. And inhale, slowly restacking the shoulders. Right hand comes up. Exhale all the way down. Frame the right foot. Strong through the legs here. Inhale, both arms reach forward and up to frame the ears. We can always bring hands to the hips if this is a little too intense. Hip bones press forward. If it feels okay, slowly turn your gaze, maybe looking up, maybe all the way up to the hands. Breathing in, exhale, hands come all the way down, frame the right foot, and we'll tuck the left toes. Inhale, lift the knee, exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Looking at the feet, inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend the knee, shifting your weight forward. Foot comes between the hands. Right knee grounds for the low lunge. Block or hand to the inner left foot. And on an inhale, we'll extend that left arm up to the ceiling. Pressing away from the mat with the right hand. And that left knee is squeezing in toward the center. Connecting with the breath. Slowly start extending those left fingertips toward the back of the mat. Again, we can always bring hand to the hip. Still actively pressing away with our right hand. And then maybe just a subtle little roll open, left shoulder going toward that right side of the mat. So opening up behind us, heart begins to lift to the ceiling. Left knee still squeezing in. Inhale, left hand coming up. And exhale all the way down. Frame the left foot. Strong through the legs here, so squeezing in toward the center. As we inhale, arms reach forward and up to frame the ears. You can always bring hands to hips. And we want our hip bones pressing forward, so our tailbone is long. Arms coming up. Find your breath. And perhaps we begin to turn our gaze upward, maybe all the way up to the hands. Breathe in. Exhale, hands all the way down, nice and slow. Frame that left foot. Tuck the right toes. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, look to the hands. And exhale, walk to the top of the mat, folding over the feet. Release yourself down. Allow gravity to extend through the upper vertebrae. Maybe we grab opposite elbows and sway a little from side to side. Release the arms, come to stillness. On an inhale, we'll halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, folding down, soften the knees. We're going to roll up to stand, big breath in. Upper body stays limp and hanging as we straighten the legs. Belly pulling up and in to round the spine up. Arms will come out to the side and up overhead. Look up to the hands. Exhale, hands coming into the heart. Take a breath in. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Take a breath in. Exhale and smile. Release the hands down, mountain. Find your natural rhythm here. Root your feet down. Feel the spine long and tall, and expansion through the upper body, through the crown of the head. And then soften. Go ahead, shake out the arms, shake out the legs, and then just make sure your block is available to you, probably on its tallest setting right here at the top of the mat. We may need to grab it in just a moment, and we'll come back through mountain. On an inhale, arms reach forward and up to frame the ears. Exhale, we're going to squat back to chair, so bending the knees, the weight is shifting into the heels. As I bring my bum down, I'm looking down at the toes. I want to avoid the knees going forward, so make sure you can see your toes and that the knees are pulling back. Then we're going to lengthen the tailbone down, so feel the low belly tuck in. The spine is long. Look forward if it's okay. If arms up here is too much, bringing them parallel to the floor or hands into the heart. As we create some space here, you may be able to deepen your squat. Turn on the glutes here, offering some extra support. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart if they're not there already. Breathe. We're going to be coming to a couple more variations in chair. Release the arms down, mountain. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, hands come into the heart as we squat back to chair. Again, make sure you can see the toes beyond the knees. Low belly pulls in. We're going to be incorporating a twist. So we can either take a breath in here, exhale to the left, bringing the right elbow to the left knee, stacking the hands, looking to the side. We can bring right hand to the left knee, left hand to the hip, or right hand to the block in front of those left toes, and left hand to the hip. Just make sure you're staying even through your weight in the legs, and still strong through the glutes, strong through the belly. Breathing in, keep the squat, exhale, come back through center, untwisting, hands to the heart, breathe in, stand up, hands come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. Release to mountain. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, hands into the heart as we squat back to chair. Make sure you can see those toes. Engage the core, engage the bum. Breathing in. Exhale for the twist, turning to the right. Left elbow to the right knee, stacking the hands. Left hand to the right knee, right hand to the hip. Or left hand to the block in front of those right toes, right hand to the hip. Wherever you're at, even out the weight between the legs. Come back to your breath. Breathing in, still squatting as we exhale to untwist. Inhale to stand, hands come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. Release the hands down. Shake out the legs. This time, as we come into our chair variations, we will be using the block. And I'd just like you to have it toward the outer left foot. And come back into mountain. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, hands to the heart as we squat back to chair. Make sure you can see those toes. Taking the twist, breathe in. Exhale. For those of you that want an extra challenge, elbow to the knee. For those of you that are going to need a little more support, because we're going to be stepping back to a runner's lunge from here, we'll bring right hand to the block or left hand to the hip. Shift your weight subtly into that left foot. On an inhale, step those right toes back. So we're in this runner's lunge twist, block to the outer foot, hand to the hip, looking to the side. Now, if you're like me and your belly is kind of softening down, pull the belly in, feel the tailbone lengthen down toward that right foot, and breathe. Press the right heel back. Find some extension between the legs here. Maybe we lift that left hand to the ceiling. It can always stay to the hip or come back down. Keep the left knee squeezing into the center. Smile. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly bring that left hand down, all the way down. And we're going to frame that left foot with both hands. Place your block to the top of the mat. Look forward. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, ground the knees to table. Inhale through cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, table, tuck the toes. Next inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, look to the hands. Exhale, walk to the top of the mat, folding over the feet. Release yourself down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Rolling up to stand, big breath in. Arms come out and up. Hands meet. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release to mountain. And then go ahead, shake it out. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms. This time the block is going to move to the outer right side of the mat. Coming back through mountain. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, hands to the heart, squatting back to chair. Make sure you can see those toes before we look forward. Turn on the belly. Preparing for the twist. Breathe in. Extra challenge as we exhale, elbow to knee, stacking the hands, and we can still step back from this position. But for a little extra support, we can take left hand to the block on the outer right foot, right hand to the hip. Slowly shift your weight to that right foot. Strong belly here as we inhale. Left foot steps back. And then press that left heel back. Find the extension in the legs. Block to the outer foot. We're twisting. Trying to stack the shoulders. Right shoulder pulling back. Right knee squeezing into the center. Maybe we lift that right arm to the ceiling. If your arm is coming way out to the side, bring the hand back to the hip and work on rolling that right shoulder back, deepening the twist. Breathe in. Slowly exhale, bring that right hand all the way down. Place the block to the top of the mat. We're going to frame that right foot. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Breathing in. Exhale, ground the knees. Inhale through cow. Exhale to cat. 2 more times. Inhale through table. Cross the feet behind you. Bring your bum back and then the feet forward. We're going to begin to wind down here. And as we prepare to come into Shavasana, if you want to have a blanket nearby, I should have said this at the beginning, to cover up with, you might want to just have that within grabbing distance. But before we wind down, I'd like you to take your block because we're not quite done twisting yet. Meeting in our half boat position here, I know how much you guys love this. Our feet are planted, knees are bent. We're going to take the block in the hands. For those of you that want to activate a little bit more, when we have the block this long ways between the hands, we can start to activate the outer parts of the arms by trying to pull the block apart from the center. So not so much that you're really straining into the neck and into the jaw, but just enough that you start to feel the outside of the arms and shoulders turn on as we start to move some of these side-to-side movements. So we'll start with the block just into the heart here, nice tall spine. Take a breath in, extend the block forward, turning on the arms if you'd like, and then strong through the belly, long through the spine as we begin to lean back to our half boat position. Inhale, bringing the block up. Exhale to the left. We're doing this very slowly. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, up. Left. Inhale, up. And the right. One more time. And left side. And up. And right side. Last lift up. Exhale forward, soften yourself down. And coming back to a neutral spine. This time, for those of you that want an extra challenge, we can lift the feet. For those of you that want to keep the feet grounded, I invite you to lift the toes, but keep the heels on the mat. You still get a little bit of an extra challenge, just not quite as much. Block into the chest, tall spine. Take a breath in, extend the block forward. Exhale, we can begin leaning back. Maybe the feet come up. Inhale, block comes up. Exhale, left. If the legs are up, try to squeeze them in a little closer to the chest. Up. Exhale, right. Up. Left. Last time to each side, coming up. Left. Up. Right. Up. Hold. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Feet down. Round forward. Place the block off to the side. Soften and relax. Back to a neutral spine. Feet are planted. Arms out to the side. We're going to wind down. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull the navel way back, starting to lengthen the tailbone down and relaxing the spine back in succession here. Nice and slow. Use the control, especially into that mid-back. Softening all the way down. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the head, and the limbs. Big breath into the belly. Let it out with a sigh. Feeling the spine neutralize into the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees to the chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. Give yourself a nice squeeze, and we'll rock from side to side. Come back to stillness and center. Let the arms fall up into the side. Nice, easy twist. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees to the right. If your legs don't comfortably reach the floor, we can wedge that block under the knees or between them so we can really let go of the legs here. We want to relax completely through the low body, but still try to root down, ground down through the shoulders. Maybe we look to the left. Inhale, bring the knees through center. Exhale to the left side, moving the block if you need it so we can root those shoulders down. Completely relax the legs. Maybe we look to the right. Inhale, coming back through center. Plant the feet, keeping the knees bent. We're going to end everything with a bridge. Fingertips reaching toward the back of the heels. We'll walk the shoulders down. Exhale, flatten your low back to the floor. Inhale, press into the feet. Start lifting the hips toward the ceiling and rolling up onto the shoulders. Expand through the front of the chest and the upper back. Legs squeezing into the center. We're looking straight up to the ceiling. Find one more breath in. And exhale. Slowly relax the spine down. Soften everything. Take a breath. Any little last minute movements, adjustments, or stretches you need before Shavasana, I invite you to take those now. Maybe covering up with your blanket. And then whenever you're ready, extend the legs. The spine is nice and long. We'll tuck the shoulder blades underneath and palms to face the ceiling. Really allow the back of the body to melt down into the mat. And the eyes can begin to soften or close. Find your natural rhythm of breath once more, observing how it feels within the body. And then just as we began class with, we're going to end with some controlled deep breathing, 5 rounds of it, but we're going to be inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. It's a lot of control here, big expansion, breathing in. Last one. And let that exhale release your control of the breath altogether. Surrender your body to stillness and allow the mind to quiet. This can often be the most difficult part of our practice, so really challenge yourself. How much can you give into it? Slowly allow the breath to deepen again. Invite awareness back to the body, wiggling out the toes and the fingers, rocking the head gently from side to side. On an inhale, reach and extend your arms up and overhead. Feel the body lengthen out. Exhale to release. And we'll float the knees once more into the chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. Give yourself a big squeeze. Find those words of kindness for yourself and for our whole little community here. Know that we are still connected. And whenever you're ready, rolling to one side, using an inhale to come up to your most comfortable seated position. You can keep the eyes soft or closed. We'll bring the hands into the heart. And if you care to join me in ending practice with a round of Om, we'll start with a big breath in. Exhale all the stale air. One more inhale for Om. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I really miss you guys. I can't wait for us to all be together again. If you'd like to practice along with me some more, you can check out my YouTube channel, or I have the videos all available for free on my website as well. I hope you all have a really wonderful day, and thank you again so much. Namaste.